think they were that big until I opened them. Are they easy to assemble though? Very easy. Yeah, very easy. But I just I just don't like asking for my stuff back, right? I don't want to pin down it and leave somewhere.
What up? What up?
I don't want to. So
Sounds like a full house over there.
Yeah, I know.
Here's a lot.
It's getting lit.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, LSU coming in.
Oh, this guy under just go.
Huh?
This guy under one.
At quick glance, if you just like look really quick, you're just like 1,200.
I am going to put this better than catch them.
I'm gonna go drive over there right now. I feel like I need to be there in person, so I'm gonna go drive over there right now.
But you're fine, so blend it.
Did he not know it was here? Did he not know, Mateo, know that it was this? Oh,
I think it was, he saw all of us and he's like,
Hey, I'm in. And then I got to turn my camera on, right?
Yeah.
what up? And I need a, hey, and did you get paid on the DR stuff yet?
Oh, is my camera not working? Oh, my camera was, I closed it.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Nah, I'll call. I'm gonna get with it because there's an issue with somebody else, so I'm just making sure that I'm getting all my ducks in a row, make sure that they get it done.
I was about to say how adorable Jordan has.
Hey, Bobby, I heard we got John now for classes.
Yes, starts tomorrow.
What time?
It's in the, yeah, it's in the chat. It's in the messenger chat. 11 is the first one, right? There's one A. So there's one at 11,
Tomorrow's is at 11, and then there's a Thursday one.
but there's two of them tomorrow, right?
Yeah, 11, 12, and 12:30 to 11:30 to 12:30.
I thought it was Wednesday.
It's Wednesdays 11 to 12:30, and then it's Thursdays every other Thursday.
So he said, I'm gonna read this. Your group onboarding kickoff call will be Wednesday at 3. This call is gonna set expectations, blah, blah, blah. Here is the call schedule. Every Wednesday at 11 to 12:30, every other Thursday from 11 to 12.
That's pretty though.
So I guess tomorrow it's from 11 to 12:30, and then our onboarding starts at 3.
I'll just say thank you because you saved me $500 a month.
Yeah, this is gonna be good, but I just want to make sure we're making it to both because it was confusing because he's starting you off. He's doing a special orientation for you guys. I think that's what's at 3, but it sounded like there was something going on.
At 11, that's the regular training call. At 11 to 12:30.
Okay, that's every Wednesday,
Every
but every other Thursday he's doing. Got it. That's not
But it's
confusing
not
at all.
this Thursday, it's next Thursday.
Okay,
Because it's not in my schedule.
all right. So tomorrow there's 2 meetings to go to, Jordy. Listen up, hey. You should be getting did you guys get a Zoom invite to that?
I didn't get a Zoom invite, we just got the Slack and then the onboarding thing, like an email onboarding.
Yeah, so message John Morone, say, hey, are we getting a Zoom invitations for the 2 calls tomorrow? Okay, so there's 2 of them tomorrow, Jordy, 11 and then 3 p.m. That's not normal. There's not usually 2 in one day. It's just that he's doing a special like orientation for you guys at 3, but he wants you guys to be at the 11 a.m. class as well. So that's going to be huge. I can tell you that it's gonna be huge. I'll put in the chat, I'll put all the stuff that's like you're gonna be getting from the coaching program. So it's really, really cool.
It's really good.
Yeah. And he showed you when you guys logged into the thing?
No, I was paying for it prior to where you.
Oh, okay.
But now that you He said I could stop the payments because, so that's
Perfect.
why I just said
Stop
thank you.
today,
You
right
saved
now.
it. So I was like, it comes out on the 5th.
Pay
Are we
me.
good?
No. All right. All right. So let's start off with some blessings.
All right, I got a big one.
Hey, let's go.
I got a big one. I am scheduled for my surgery the end of June. So I'm super, super, super excited.
Okay.
I'll be in Miami. And my husband passed his real estate exam yesterday. Yep. So yeah, those are my 2 big ones.
That's huge. That is huge. I thought that third year thing was down the road. You just.
It was down the road,
But they got
then
payment. They got that payment.
Amanda told me about this doctor, and so I went to have the consultation with him, and the price was right, and he was making it happen.
Everybody getting made over these days, man. Let's go.
It's Amanda's fault.
Right. As long as everybody happy, that's all good. Good stuff. Who's next? Blessings, blessings, blessings.
I got one.
Yes.
This week, I officially have another FLQA.
Nice.
Nice.
That's nice.
Who? Which?
Okay.
Raquel. Okay.
Yeah, she closes on hers. She gets the first big check.
Oh, that's what that means.
Yeah, FLQA. You're an FLA, but you don't qualify until you do your first deal. And you do deal every 6 months. From 20 to 12.
How many agents you have under you right now?
1, 2, and about to be a third on the second.
Little by little. Little by little. What about you? Just one.
I'm and my husband will be 2,
Nice.
because he's gonna be on my document.
Perfect. Put spouses in the downline. That's the trick. That's not what we want to do. Hold on. I'm trying to get the put what Zach gave me here into the. Hold on one second. I'm putting Zach's gonna be doing a little presentation for you guys, so I want to make sure you guys have the on Zoom. I just put the document that Zach's gonna be talking about today in the chat for you guys on Zoom. All right, guys, more blessings. We only got 2.
I'll go.
There you go.
So my open house the other day, last weekend, I met this seller, and he like came in, was asking a bunch of questions, didn't think anything of it, but then he comes back, and he came back with his wife and his son, asking more questions. They wanted to buy furniture, whatever. So not taking him serious. So I end up getting
They wanted to buy furniture.
yeah, from inside, because it's one of Kelly and Andres's. So
Oh.
they were like, you know, if they're gonna get rid of it, then I would want it. He was like, I'm thinking about selling, but I'm not sure. And I was like, all right, let's just set up a meeting. Let's just do it. He was like, okay. So I met up with him. He actually wants to list for 1.225.
Oh.
And I, again, still not thinking anything of it. I'm not getting my hopes up. He calls me yesterday and he was like, hey, I know that, you know, I haven't signed a listing agreement yet, but my family's coming into town. So we don't want any showings, but as soon as we're done, I do want to list the property, and I'm not gonna go with anybody else. We're just gonna go with you. So basically, I'm trying to find him a buyer. He only wants to sell because he's gonna be netting like 600. So he's okay with renting for now until they find something. So I'm pretty excited
I feel
about
like
that.
that's a pretty big one. And she
That's
was just kind of
huge.
holding it in, like it was like I had to beg her to get a blessing out, and she's just like,
Let's get my hopes up.
Go,
Oh, you're
1.2.
manifesting it. I just like,
we're gonna get the hopes up.
Yes.
yes,
We're gonna get the energy up.
yes. I just
1.2
need him to sign
million.
this
They
shit.
want to go to you.
So why can't he sign the list?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Great
what I
question.
told him. Sign the listing. I even sent him the listing exclusion, so I don't have to. He was like,
Send him the paperwork on the DocuSign.
I did.
And then,
And I called him. I followed up. I even sent him a beautiful bonbon video.
Yes.
And I explained everything. And I was like, just sign it. I can try to sell it without showing the property. Like, I just send me pictures. That's all I really need. And if anything, I really could use the open house property because it's the same layout. It's just
no.
2 things are different. Yeah, no, but for real. I really would. It's the
Y'all
same
want to see
layout.
that? Come over here. It looks just like.
The other one's 1.6, so if I sell the other one, I'm good, Sell the other one and get a 1.225 listing. So yeah, that's a listing.
So.
Well, I think let's do this. Open house game right now. I mean, it went from 0 to 100. But I've always said that's how I started my game. But like, I love the fact you guys are doing this at, you're getting after it, because that's how you continue to pad the clients and the income. 1.2, you're gonna get that. I mean, I don't understand why he would be like, okay, definitely gonna use you, whatever the case
Right.
may be. I'll show up at the door today though.
He even was my dad. He was like, "Can your dad do this?" Because he was like, "Do you know any handyman?" And I'm like, "My dad." And he was like, "Okay, I want to do this, this, and this." So it's like, it's nice because I'm helping my dad's business. My dad helps like my business, and I was like, "Dad, just get in there."
Where's my dad with
Your
that?
dad is a handyman?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm about to help your dad.
Yeah.
Do it.
About to get him work for the rest of the year. Good. More blessings.
I think I want to just jump in, and before, I think everybody, from what it seems like, everybody's in a groove right now, like with deals, with social media, with open houses. It's just really, really great to see, because I feel like last year, right, we just, it's brand new, so it's like a 180 right from this year, and it's just super cool to see everybody doing their own thing.
Yeah.
It still hit 11 pennies last year. For all that.
Huh?
Still hit a milestone last year at 11 pennies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last month. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I really feel like, things roll from the beginning of the year. You could tell, like you were asking about the closings for the year, and it's nothing like out of control. Like, oh my God, we're like close to what Team Great is doing, but I feel like the momentum is heavily stacking. And so we're investing obviously in you guys with not just the coaching, but we're increasing the leads. I just pulled the trigger on that today as well. So little by little, as how it starts to roll, as everybody's starting to get in the groove, engaging, obviously making your calls, doing the things you have to do. But the open houses are huge. That's basically Corinne's formula. It's basically make your calls, do open houses, And if you like 18.1 million steps, then that's a good formula, right? Good stuff. How about somebody on the Zoom that wants to give a blessing?
I'll go. Well, technically it's been a little bit over a month that I've been part of the team. And I can tell you from week 1 to now that I am more comfortable in having those conversations with customers. Either way, by calls, even on the open houses. I do recall the first open house, I was so shy and quiet because I didn't even know where to start. And just being able to see Alexis handle it, having those conversations from the last open house, I feel like 100% more comfortable. And I think it has to do a lot with having the right people on the team guiding you, and just kind of like be patient as well, because Alexa's being amazing with me. And everybody like even if I put a question on the chat, everybody's like replying right away. And I really love that. When I decided to go real estate, to be honest, I thought it was gonna be more like on my own, but I'm really, really happy and grateful that I'm part of this team, to be honest.
That's awesome. We got a good vibe now, man. We just keep pushing. Next year, like, I really want to be talking shit to Team Great. Really, that's my goal. I want to walking in the Gil's meeting. Hey, what's up with you guys? Saw we beat your pendings last week.
Hey, out of curiosity, why I haven't seen Gil around like on our meetings or anything like that.
Just stuff. Like right now, he's helping Tia try to bring on a broker with 130 agents. So he was like, I can't leave. So no, he still loves you guys. That's what you're asking.
No, that's not.
He's still around. He paid attention to signs because he actually went to our open house last Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
So he knows.
That was surprising. He just showed up at our open house. Gil,
Where was that open?
in Winter Garden.
Oh, that's
He's,
right.
yeah. I'm like,
I was like, wait a minute.
no, they said that they live near there, so they just follow the signs, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hey, that's right. You never know when a Gil's gonna show up, so don't be acting up. You know what I mean? He'll pop on in there. Well, anybody wanna throw a few more blessings in there? You wanna see, man?
Oh, no, just in.
All right.
There's room. Why do you pull, you can pull that chair.
Go relax. And he just invited you over there.
Jordy, did you want to say something? It looked like you were leaning in.
I mean, like, I I guess.
You scared? It's all right. You know, you have a blessing. You have a blessing.
Yeah, I have a blessing. I think just I made a call yesterday, and this lady from Texas is looking to move to Florida, and she's not just looking for one property, but 3 properties, one for her mom, and then one for her brother. She's gonna pay $600K cash for hers and then $200K each for her mom and her brother. And I'm just trying to, like, stay in contact with her. But if I get that, I don't know. Omar could probably tell you a little bit more. He was trying to be like, hey, yo, let me get one of those properties. I'm like, no.
Nah. That's all you, Jordy. That's all you.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So what's the next step?
I mean, I'm sending her properties. I'm going to continue following up with her. I'm going to call her every single day, one time, not too much, but like one time.
So here's the deal. What is she looking to actually come see these properties?
We were
Like,
going to do a virtual tour.
Okay. All right. So are you setting some kind of expectation as to like when she would be pulling the trigger on this? So like, obviously you want to start showing her properties ASAP.
She said ASAP. She says she has the money to literally, in 24 hours to send it over.
Okay.
If she
That's
wants.
for that. Which one of those 3 properties is the most important for her?
I'll say like the 600K one, but like it's kind of hard because she wants like 6 bedrooms. And so I'm trying to like get in contact with her and be like, that's kind of hard to find for that kind of price. And then for her brother and her mom being close to her. So I'd say her property is definitely the main priority, but she wants to be close to her mom and brother.
You could definitely find some $600,000 homes for 6 bedrooms in the Davenport area.
Davenport?
Yeah, 33837. I've seen a few of them, and yeah, I would say that just do Davenport Champions Gate, and then there's a few zip codes. I will look in there, and I will also look Kissimmee 34746 and 34747.
Hold on. What was the Davenport and Champions Gate zip code?
I think it's 33896.
30896, and then the one in Kissimmee.
No, 33896.
And then the other one.
837.
33837. But when you're doing your searches, you can obviously put Davenport and Kissimmee as the cities.
I got an option for you. Look for 5 bedrooms that are real high square footage and see if you can convert something. A lot of them have like 2 dining rooms or something that still has AC and a window. You can make a bedroom if you're in 3,500 square feet or above. So look for a 5 bedroom and have her convert it, because she probably needs an office on a 6th one, because she needs kids for every 6th bedroom. You gotta find that out. Or would bunk beds work? So.
I have a listing coming up. That's a 6 bedroom, 600,000 in Davenport.
Oh, wow.
I've been trying to say this, but I couldn't get it out. Everyone kept going over me.
Is that the one in Waterstone?
That's why we have these meetings.
I'm putting in my notes right now. Annie has the hookup. That's what I'm gonna put.
Yeah.
Maybe we can make that work, because I have an investor who's looking at that price range for a 6 bedroom as well.
Okay.
You got fuck Jordy.
What happens when I'm in here?
Yeah, when you don't come here live now, you snatch it from you. Snatch it.
Dang.
Good stuff.
Both kids have been out.
All right. So
I need some best. That's all I
any final blessings? All right. I'm gonna hand it off to the one and only the Blez, aka Zach Blesnick, the mortgage broker. We're gonna talk about that better than cash. The mortgage broker, the only one. THE all caps. better than cash program. Go ahead, man.
You want to share the PDF on the screen so they can see?
Yeah, I guess good.
All right. Well, my blessing is that I can no longer have any children, so.
Are you trying for the boy?
No, the factory was shut down yesterday.
So Zach's telling everybody he got, the.
That was the worst experience of my life. I don't wish that upon anybody. It was bad. It wasn't like one of those things that you.
Sharp next lesson. I'll tell you that right now.
Bro, I thought it was gonna be one of those things that you leave like, oh, that wasn't that bad. No, it was so bad. It was so bad.
Would you risk having another one over doing that?
Hell no, it's over now and I'm standing alive. So I don't want to talk about it, but I was just want to make you guys laugh a little bit. Anyways, so I'm here to talk to you guys about the Better Than Cash program. I'm going to ask you guys this question first. And no video. I'm going to ask you, why do you guys think that this program is better than cash?
Because you cannot back out after.
Because no matter what, it's gonna close.
Bingo.
Ever since you got that big spit, boy, you got that energy about him. You got a little hot.
Actually, this is the most energy I've had in 24 hours, man. For a second, I was worried about myself. I was like, nothing's happening like it normally does. Okay? It's like, you guys know I'm way too confident with y'all, but that's okay. We can talk about that offline in case you're recording this.
And we are.
But that's exactly right. Like, it's better than cash because it's literally guaranteed. So when you go into a typical deal and you write a cash offer, the buyer can still back out, right? Maybe they put up $5,000 in escrow. God forbid they have cold feet. And investor says, you know what? I'd rather lose my $5,000 than close on this house. It's a bad investment. Does that happen often? No. But there's still that thing in the seller's mind, in the back of their head, that this deal could potentially fall through. Has a cash deal ever fell through for any of you guys? Oh, wow. Okay, that was quick. Has a cash deal ever fell through for you? He said yes. You said yes. So
Yeah.
they've had multiple people with cash deals that fell through. So what is the Better Than Cash program? Okay, so Better Cash program is, you guys have been hearing a lot about lenders going in and finding options for their clients. Okay, so there's different investors. You've got Divvy, you've got Ribbon, you've got what's that other company called?
Home Partners.
Yeah, and then there's some others ones that are coming out. Anyways, so statistics state that you are 3 times more likely to get your offer accepted if it's a cash offer. Okay. Now I sent Bobby a first quarter analysis of the state of Florida. He can share it with you guys. I'll show you guys. But if you look at April of 2020, okay, or March, April of 2020 compared to March, April of 2022. What is the percentage increase of cash transactions here in the state of Florida compared to 24 months ago?
I would say very high because I think people were taking advantage of the lower rates in 2020. So I don't know what the percentage is.
Throw out a number. What do you, from 24 months ago to today, how many more cash back? Huh?
36%.
More than 50%, super high.
So it's 30% more cash buyers in combination with lower inventory, right? It is not unlikely that your finance buyers are working with 40 to 50% less. So let's just keep those numbers simple. They have almost half the opportunity that they had before 24 months ago to compete in this market. That's a big deal, right? So we could either be scared or we can do something about it, okay? So thankfully, we can do something about it, and I want to present you guys a Better Than Cash program, okay? So the Better Than Cash program will allow you to now, effective immediately, write your offer as a cash offer. So that page on the contract where you normally check the financing contingency, you will actually write the offer as cash. Now, it's no secret what's going to happen if the seller wants to know how this program works and that you're actually closing and financing. That's fine, because there will be some addendums if you do an FHA deal that they're going to have to sign, and they're going to be like, what is this? Like, there's no secret what's happening. But again, the way you're pitching is that this is Better Than Cash because it's a guaranteed offer that's going to close. So what's the catch? Okay, so our investor is basically going to secure your offer with cash for a small fee. Now let's take it back a little bit and talk about how it works, and we'll get to the fees and such, okay? So let's just go through a normal scenario. You guys call your preferred home first lender, okay? You guys get a pre-approval letter and you say, hey, I'd like to see if this client can do the Better Than Cash program. So we'll pre-approve your client. Let's just use an example. We pre-approve your client for $400,000, okay? My loan officers then log into our investors portal, we upload the pre-approval letter, and basically that investor will approve that client to be able to work with our program, okay? So how long does that take? Less than 24 hours. On a regular business day, 4 to 6 hours is that it's going to take to register in the system. When we upload the pre-approval letter, we will associate you guys to that client, okay? Now, the cool thing is that once I've uploaded that pre-approval letter, that client is locked into me. So if I know that they're going out and they're trying to talk to another realtor or another loan officer, they cannot get that transfer to be able to use that program without me knowing about it, okay? So when you upload it to there, I'm then gonna say, okay, this person's available for the Better Than Cash product, okay? When you guys just go about your normal business, okay? When you guys when you guys send properties, let's say you've got, what is the typical amount of showings that you guys have set up for somebody these days? Like in one day, 1 property, 2, 3, or is it just? Okay. So let's just say you're showing them 3 to 5 properties. About how much advance notice do you guys have from when they say, yeah, I want to go look at these, from when you guys go and actually see them?
1 to 2 days.
Okay, 24 hours, let's say? Okay. So the second that you have identified 5 properties, maybe 2 or 3 of them, because you guys know, or if you want to submit all 5, that's fine. But you guys know, okay, I know my client, they're not going to like this property. I'm just showing it to them. But let me go ahead and send Zach or his team. We're going to do all the heavy lifting for you, okay? So you send me the 3 properties. I'm going to upload them to my investor. Within 24 hours or less, they're going to come back and they're going to give me a max offer amount, okay? So you guys will know by the time you show the property, they come in to want to place an offer, what is the max offer? Now, this max offer is not just going to be what the home is listed for. We're going to look at the property, we're going to do a value, and a lot of times we're going to give you an offer amount above what the actual list price is. Case in point, he has a listing right now, and how much higher was your offer? $16,000. $16,000 over. Now, if your client wants to go over the max offer, that's fine too. They'll just have to bridge it in cash. Okay. So what happens when you place the offer? Well, number one, you guys have to place your offer through that portal. Okay, through my investors portal, which you guys will all get invites to after this meeting. There's nothing else that you guys need to do except for going through that portal to submit the offer. Okay. Now, once that offer is submitted and let's say it's accepted, if that deal for any reason while it's going through financing with me, let's just use that $400,000 example. You put the offer in for 400, it gets accepted, the home appraises at 380. We will cover that appraisal gap 100%. Okay. Now, of course, we're going to try to rebuttal it, make sure that it's given us give you 20 grand to give you 20 grand. But if that's the final value, we will cover that appraisal gap for you. Okay. And then you guys just close like a regular deal. So you can write your 21 to 30-day contracts as you normally do. That's what a lot of cash offers I'm hearing are still. So you're not really competing against that. You can close in as little as 14 days if you want. But obviously you want to give your loan officer and see how fast you can close. This covers all loan programs, FHA, VA, conventional. There's not a problem with that. Now, what is it going to cost for your client to use the service? 1% more. So if they're putting a 3% down payment, they're not going to put a 4% down payment. If they're putting a 3.5% down payment, they're not going to put a 4.5% down payment. Now, the difference between writing this contract and a traditional contract is that every time you guys write the contracts, you have to write it with a 2.75% escrow. Okay. And the reason being is that our investors' fee in the event that the deal falls out, because remember, they guarantee to purchase this home is 2.75%. So you don't close, our investor jumps in, they close the property cash, they take the 2.75% back to them. Okay. If you do close, right, they take the 1% fee, gets dispersed to the investor at closing, and the borrower brings in the difference. Okay. So when they put up 2.75, and let's say their down payment is 3%, right? 1% goes to the investor, 1.75 goes towards the down payment. They make up the difference of the down payment and the closing costs. Okay. Now, what's some of the common misconceptions of this program where people confused is that they're like, okay, so your investor buys a home and then my client, and then and then my client buys it back for them. So we write it under the investor's name, or do we write it? No. Guys, everything is business as usual. I'm just charging a 1% fee to guarantee that deal as a cash offer. That's it. And if your client is short on funds for any reason, get with us because we can possibly offer a lender credit to cover it. So it's literally a no-cost program in some circumstances to your client to get it done. It's nothing better than that. Now, if the financing falls through, because remember, there's no appraisal contingency, there's no financing contingency because we guaranteed the cash offer. What happens? Does your client lose the home? No. That 2.75%, we will take that. We'll rent the home back to your client at market rent, at no security deposit. They're just going to pay the first month's rent for up to 6 months. Okay. Now, FHA requires if you rent back from, like if you move into a home and you're renting from the landlord that's going to want to sell it to you, there's a guideline that requires you to keep rent for 6 months on a case-for-case basis, and you give you an extension past the 6 months, we will. But that's traditional, right? Up to 6 months, charge you the market rent on the property. Okay. Good. That option is also good for a seller. Somebody that say you come to us and you say, you know what, Amy, this person doesn't qualify because not only do they need to sell their home, they also need the proceeds from the sale of their home. Think of this as a quasi bridge loan, right? Because you can literally identify a property, make a cash offer, close in 14 days, and then your seller closes on their home in a month or two you list it. They're already killing it in this market, and they just pay 2.75% to our investor to secure that home down. That's it. All right, there's one other thing I didn't tell you guys about. If you guys have a deal going on right now, or you start a deal without our Better Than Cash program, deal falls through in the middle, client's financing gets denied, whatever the situation may be, and you go to the seller and you're like, all right, I found another lender, but I'm gonna need a 30-day extension. Does that ever happen? Where you need to flip it to another lender, maybe you need a 2-week, 30-day extension. The seller's like, oh, hell no, I ain't giving you a 30-day extension. I got a backup cash offer. You can come in and we'll rescue your deal. And for 3.25% flat fee paid, we'll purchase the home for you, rent it back to you in 6 months, let you get your shit in order, and buy it back from us. And that's it.
To go back to the seller, that when you were talking about the seller buying the house for the seller.
Yeah.
So I think that's interesting.
Yeah. So you basically identify you want to buy a house. You don't want to wait, right? You don't want to wait until you sell your house because you don't want to you come to me, I say, you don't qualify, you got to sell your house. And like the whole simultaneous closing thing just freaks you out. So you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. My wife's pregnant, there's too much stress, and I got to close on one house and move the next day, and my house is not even ready. And Bobby said I can replace the carpet and get 20 grand more from my house. You know, I need to pause for a second, right? Do I have any options? Well, sure. Is there, do you want to start looking at homes? Because I have a cash investor that for only 2.7 or for 2.75%, we can go start making offers on home. They'll buy it cash. And then as soon as they close, you can start renting it from them immediately while you list your home for sale, get everything going, sell it. As soon as you sell it, you buy it, you go get the loan with Zach, you buy it back from them for the same price in which you closed. You just pay a one-time 2.75% flat fee.
And they would have already paid that at closing.
Yeah, that's it.
You're not paying the appraised price if came in low, you're paying the actual closing cash.
Correct. Yeah.
I think that's
Now, the
interesting.
question somebody's asked me, they're like, well, what if the house doesn't appraise 3 months when I try to go buy it back? Why the hell is it ain't gonna appraise? You have the freaking comp. It better appraise.
You were the comp.
Yeah. Like, if it doesn't appraise, we got a serious issue with our market, so.
Is it a 30-day, is it month-to-month lease, or is it prorated by day?
I don't know, bro. That's way too advanced of a question. I'm sorry.
I only need 10 days, if I only need the 10 days.
Let me write that one down.
What was the question?
If I'm renting, is it a month-to-month lease, or is it prorated by day? Because what if I just need 10-day gap to move in? And
Right.
I buy this one, my home.
So the worst case scenario, you're saying like you pay a whole month
Do I
instead
have
of
to pay a
like
whole month, or can I?
Right.
All right. I got a couple questions.
Fuck it.
I will drop you guys marketing. Do not take the flyer I just put in Davos and put it on your social media, because if you read it, it's realtor facing. It's talking about your buyers. I do have a client facing one. I'll drop it in a second. I'm gonna have you guys social media graphics, things that you can put your own headshot on, everything. So we're going to be really going hard at this program like now. So you're gonna start seeing some things every day. Like you'll start seeing some come out. Like we're gonna do a couple of lives, like StreamYards on Facebook. So we'll have a couple where if you want to push your clients to it, you know, or just to educate the public, but that's really it.
So let's talk about, so how do we market this? Let's not just take some, I think this is big. You know, it's just like the crypto, right? It's like, it's just a way to get people excited and talking, whether you use the program or you don't use the program. This is a pain point, right?
Well,
This
the
is
question would be, why would you not want to use the program?
Right. But I'm just saying, let's talk about what we can do to market this. Like, what can we do, right? What can we do to leverage this? Okay, you're gonna get a flyer and that's cool, but what can be done?
Frustrated that your offers are getting beat out?
Yeah, I mean,
Contact
we've
me
been
then.
doing videos, we've been wanting to do a lot of videos, can we just get back into the studio and do another one?
Well, what I was thinking is you should do one with Zach. Don't you guys film? What's the day you guys film?
We can set something up. We just do it
Well, I
ourselves.
thought Ryan at boot camp says that you guys film a certain day every week.
We film every Tuesday, but we're restructuring our video, so I'm not committed to.
Okay. So let's do a video like you did with Zach before.
Yeah, we can record a video anytime. I record in 4K on my phone and I have my people who could edit it. That's not a problem.
Just say, I'm here with the lender is gonna be providing this cash program. It's like, I'm vice president home for, wear your polo with the logo on and shit. You know what I mean?
No t-shirt.
Yeah, I know.
It's a nice t-shirt. Bro.
Like,
I
I'm not super.
got this at Neiman's.
I
bro.
think, I know, I'm sure it's bougie.
Have you
I'm sure
felt
it's,
this? Have you felt the fabric
it's
on here?
it's like 1,000 thread, whatever.
She cotton up in
I do have a
here.
question.
Go ahead.
Just to be clear, so this program, it's only for investors or we can use it to buyers?
It's for primary residences. When I say the word investor,
Uh-huh.
I should have just taken that out.
Okay, so this is.
I'm talking about the
primary-
person who
Yeah.
backs the cash.
Yeah, the person who's giving us the cash offer is the investor per se, but no, this is for somebody who's buying their primary residence,
Primary.
and they're just getting beat out on offers and they want to come in there with a strong cash offer. And, if,
Gotcha.
once they close, it only costs them 1%. And if they don't, it costs them 2.75.
All right.
But it is a strong program and you can use it in a lot of different ways. What other questions you guys got for Zach?
Did they explain to you how the inspection period works for Ribbon?
It's a 7-day inspection period.
What are they looking at though?
They're looking at safety, hazardous items. Think about it, their inspection would be like how an FHA appraiser approaches a property, right? There's any health or safety hazards, stuff like that. It's not gonna be like considerable more scrutiny than a normal inspection, but they do require 7 days.
If they need a new roof or something?
No, you're not gonna do that.
And what if my
A
buyer
seller
wants
needs to fix anything like prior, like you can't do a seller credit to cover repairs. The seller would need to fix it or you wouldn't be able to move forward.
And can the buyer back out still during inspection period?
Yeah, it's a 7-day inspection period. So that's why you want to get the inspection done like day 2, get it uploaded to the investor, have them review it, make sure that they're good with it.
Buyers still may want to close using their loan,
Mhm.
and so and just pay the one. So you still want to do your normal speed, fast.
So
Say
they're
that,
not
can you
looking
say
at-
that again?
You still, your buyer still may want to use their financing loan and just pay the 1%. So you don't want to take your time. You're still doing normal business, trying to close.
Like, they're still want to do an inspection, they're still.
Order your appraisal early.
But
know,
what
that's
wasn't
actually
asked
a
for
great
any
question.
mortgage? Right, because I did put an offer through Ribbon and the listing agent didn't really know much about it and it's still new to everyone. And she looked online on the website and she said, oh, I don't know about the inspection period and the things that Ribbon might ask for my seller to repair. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with the house. It's like pretty new.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. But she's like, let me get back to you. And I don't know what else she looked into. And she's like, we have a better offer. I'm like, there's nothing better than cash. What are you talking about?
Better than cash.
So I just wrote
You saw the name of the program?
So this is like my 5th presentation in 2 days. So I just wrote down this question. I have like a lot of questions. My question to my rep is gonna be, if don't say the word ribbon, okay? You don't know who ribbon is. It's
Right.
Home First Lending.
Home First Lending.
Program, okay?
Yeah. See, if you would have said Home First Lending, you would have lost that.
But
deal.
I used that word better than cash last night on my. little
Okay,
video
I
did.
saw you, okay. All right, so for the purposes here, we're all family. I'm gonna use ribbon for a second, okay? If anybody hears me, I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna get assassinated when I walk out here. Ribbon is not a word in our office. My question is, if they don't inspection and they say, we're not gonna buy this house cash, can the buyer and the seller, like, will Ribbon release the buyer? And will the buyer and seller be willing to move forward with the deal still? But then there's other things that come into play. What if it under or appraises and this, and why wouldn't they just be like, well, I'll just take a
Well,
guaranteed
or if
cash
there's a
offer.
financing issue, you're not covered
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly, so. But it is a valid question.
Yeah.
And honestly, if something comes up in inspection period that bad, they probably have to disclose it to the next person.
Well,
Like,
that's just I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen. They could just get finicky about something stupid. But it's just a valid question. Will they release them? And if the
So
buyer.
when they submit that, what does it say on the proof of funds? Does it actually say anything about ribbon on there?
I don't.
When
No,
they
they
submit,
just-
just, but you gotta,
It's just
how is the
one-
contract delivered?
It's just
to you?
one
One
extra
addendum,
addendum,
right?
one extra addendum that explains how the buyer will
Yeah.
either pay 1% fee or 2.75.
Yeah,
That's it.
Oh, so they knew about ribbon because you said ribbon.
no, it says ribbon. on the
yeah, there's
back.
like an
It
addendum, because
says
you have to
there
submit
is,
it through
there's
the
an
portal, so
addendum,
they
and know
include
the
like.
name.
Why don't
They
they,
include
why
some
wouldn't they
kind
let you like white label that shit? So it says like home first or something. Probably wouldn't then.
Yeah, I'm working on stuff.
Okay, good.
It's not like it's giant, it just says ribbon at the top. It's not like-
We'll talk about.
Yeah. Well, no, because I don't want that to happen. I don't want them to go Google
Right.
ribbon and then be like, oh, I just found out that they're gonna inspect the shit out of this or whatever, you know, I mean, not that this happens often.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
We're gonna take it as it comes. We closed 4 of them last month with no issues before we even started advertising it, so.
That's, I doubt it. I've had open door and offer pad fix things.
Yeah.
No issues, like, they want to close.
But again, they were
Let's
supposed
just
to
get the
play
deals
way too much.
accepted
Yeah.
and then we'll figure it out. Forget the semantics right now, okay?
Get on the contract.
I know Zach has to roll out soon. Any questions for Zach?
Good question.
Yep.
So you said earlier, if the deal doesn't close, then the 2.75 kind of goes to your investor. If the deal doesn't close because the buyer just decided they don't want the house anymore, is that like one of the only reasons why the deal wouldn't close?
No, if their financing falls through, their loan gets denied.
So it's still technically financing.
It's,
Like, if
yeah,
it's-
yeah. It's a normal deal. There's no, we're not buying the property and selling it back to you. That's only if the deal falls, so you go under contract, you close like a normal deal, we're just gonna charge 1%. If the buyer's financing gets declined, that 2.75% that you put into escrow, it gets dispersed to our investor and they'll still close the property on cash. If you just don't want the house at that point, you just lost your 275 in escrow.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Okay, so yeah, got it.
And then the investor just finds another renter for the house.
Yeah, or renter listed or whatever the hell they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So technically they can back out, but they're walking away from their 2.75, just like they would lose their deposit anyway,
Exactly.
if they couldn't close.
See, remember, seller, you never have to have the question in your mind, like, oh, what is the seller gonna keep my deposit or my borrower's deposit? No, that doesn't play because we're gonna come and buy the property no matter what, once you pass the inspection period.
Right. It's better than cash, guys.
It's better than cash.
I'm trying to tell you, man. All right, so all you guys are gonna book a time to go with Zach to film a video about this and start putting it out there, because I think, like I said, it doesn't actually matter whether you use this or not. Obviously, you want to use it, but like it's more about like people be like, oh, this is my problem. I've been trying to compete. Everybody who's out there that's been frustrated is gonna be like,
Guys, and honestly, Reels is what's performing right now over regular video. Like we can just pop out our phone, record a reel, keep it simple and engaging, edit it and get it out.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
big.
I'm gonna go after sellers and let them know that that's a program for when we list their house. Like I can find a buyer. You can double in most of your deals because you could find someone that's willing to pay.
Oh, I like
cash
that.
And double in most of your deals. Just
Yeah,
before it
I'm
goes
good
live,
for listing
already
agents
started.
too.
Yeah,
Guaranteed offers.
Yeah, guaranteed offers.
Yes.
You can, what better than the listing agent come to list a house and he says, oh, by the way, I can guarantee you a close. If you want to go, I have a buyer ready. Why would we list it for something that isn't better than cash?
You guys all should literally take, if you've shown somebody, or if you got more than one house, then you guys should take all your pre-approval letters that you have right now with Home First Lending and contact the LO and ask them if they can enroll them in this program.
Question. So
reach out to
typically-
everybody on your buyer
So
platform.
you're saying
and
that
let them
we
know
have
you've
to
got
go
this.
directly to the LO that we're working with for them to upload the address of the home in order to get that ribbon, the value of that.
Do you have a
house?
ribbon
I
account?
have an account.
The truth is that you can do it yourself. We're just trying to make your life easy.
Okay,
We want to control the process so that you guys use us.
okay. I mean, yeah.
That's less work for me, that's fine.
Yeah,
You know, you've
But
used
here's the
it for
thing,
another
I've been looking
agent.
for homes like at midnight and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm uploading it to Ribbon
That's
just
fine.
to get a value
No
the next
problem.
day.
No problem.
Okay.
Go ahead and
That's
do
much
that.
easier that way for me.
My buyer got evaluation like 4 hours, maybe 3.
Right, they ask me for like a date to when the offer needs to be submitted. I always put like the next day at 10 a.m. so that they go fast.
Nice. All right.
So it's pretty good.
It's better than cash.
It's better than
Have
cash.
you closed one yet?
No, not yet.
And you guys heard he just accepted his listing with Ribbon.
Sellers were fine with it. It's guaranteed go after 7 days.
Right, no matter.
And the buyer's either gonna use their financing or back by cash, but my seller doesn't matter.
Are you, so you've submitted how many addresses to the portal?
Oof, like 10.
And what percentage of the time are they coming back over list price?
All the time.
Yeah.
When I talked to the rep, she said it's more like a mini appraisal to where they know that's how much the house is
Yeah.
going to appraise, and they're so confident that they'll
Yeah.
go ahead and like,
Their website says they're
The
confident they'll make
difference.
up the gap.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're making money hand over fist. They're only,
They
you know, they're only
are.
buying 2 to 4% of the properties right now. So think
Right.
about all the fees. If the average loan is 3,000 and they do 1,000 of them a month, I
Yeah.
mean, you do the math.
They're
It's
making it.
ridiculous. It's a killer.
Mhm.
So they,
Open up your own shop.
no. I might have some friends in high places.
Private lending.
That's what we're doing. All right, guys, you good?
Thanks, Zach.
Thank you.
Appreciate
I'll make
you,
an
man.
effort to get, I know I haven't been here for the last 2 months or so, but I'll make effort to start coming back to the meetings.
Yeah, man. Gotta get
I'm gonna be back in the meetings.
Yeah, now that
No,
you're
no,
not-
effort.
I'm not busy having babies.
Exactly. I'll be back in you guys' meetings.
All
right.
Good stuff, man. Appreciate you.
Guys, I'm
Yeah,
working
thanks.
today. See you later.
Can you make more
on your phone?
She said it could go the other way, and I was like, yeah, well, now he knows he can't have babies.
Right, so he can be very busy.
That's right. You might get real busy.
Very nice.
Yeah, this is getting inappropriate, guys. I'm sorry. My friend's on Zoom. I'm sorry. All right, so we got about 10 minutes left. Any questions on situations that have come up? Anything that, you know, you ran across, want to strategize about? Deals, conversations, buyers, listings,
I kind of want to
investors.
hear more, just kind of like, I know you're always masterminding and, you know, wanting to take us to the next level. Like, I just kind of want to hear, like, what's next for Davos?
What's next for Davos?
Damn, that's a good question.
I'm just asking.
Well, when you say what's next, can you tell me more about it?
Answer his question. with-
Out of curiosity.
Yeah, right.
That's a very vague question, so I just want to know what you mean.
Yeah, because it's, I don't think that I'm like, I'm not honing in on something specific. I just kind of want to.
Yeah.
You know, I asked you once about, I know, Team Great has, Zillow leads, right? And I've seen, like, from what I saw, right? That people getting a lot more listings via the Zillow leads, or maybe that's not, it seems like it.
No, Team Great does commissions Inc. just like we do.
Mhm.
They have a Zillow Flex team, which Gil's been telling me is not, they're not really doing that great at right now. But that might be partly, that could just be more logistical than just, you know, Zillow Flex sucks type of thing.
Mhm.
But you know, the goal stays the same, you know, I know it sounds like we've been together a long time, but we're kind of still a baby team, right? So just know that, the 50 pendings a month type of thing that, Team Gray does, that's over a multi-year period that they've kind of built up. So we're on track to continue to build this thing brick by brick, and it's just the way it's happening. The goal is still to be $100 million team.
Do we have any competitions coming up? Any
No,
outings?
not in particular. I do want to go to a build. I've been trying to set up something with a builder because we do want to start. Ideally, we want to go to a builder once a month. Okay, so we want to go to a builder, see a new product, sell that product. So if
I'd
there's
like
any,
to be in charge of that.
Okay.
As far.
yeah, because we need more neighborhoods. Like Ben Barry's really great on Team Break about this. He knows, like, he's always like, oh, here's a neighborhood, we can go to this neighborhood. So people who are heavy into new construction, like seriously, like just tell the
I go to
person.
a lot of new communities. I don't know, I guess it's kind of like a twofold, right? I am having an issue, and it's so crazy that Jenny and I don't know her husband's name.
Rich.
Yes, they actually are under contract for Dreamfinders
Yep.
in Summerdale, and it's been a hot. I have a client that's under contract for there, and it's been a hot mess. Like, it wasn't disclosed that they're having a toll road now, going across their community, and he paid a $50,000 lot premium to be on the water when the toll road is gonna be right above it.
Yeah.
Now they're doing commodity increases, so mind you, he went under contract for 525, all the upgrades and something has been like 730. They're basically taking their equity and they're charging them commodity increases. One person, I'm on their Facebook group. So one person got charged $158,000 commodity increase, and you
I'm
don't.
sorry, what's a commodity?
Commodity
increase?
increase is the labor, not the labor, the supply prices. So that's what they say that the commodity increases, yes. And so now, and what sucks is that you don't, permitting, oh my gosh, it's just been a mess. It's been a mess. And I feel guilty, right? Because I'm the one who, told them about this community. I didn't know. I never dealt with Dreamfinders before. So it's just been a hot mess. He's super upset. Everybody's upset, right? But I'm kind of glad I told him about this Facebook, so he knows it's not me as the realtor, right? It's everybody who's kind of dealing with the same thing. But like, how do I don't know how to take.
Well, first of all, they're adding the 150 to the price.
Yeah. They are, well, I don't know if they're adding it to the price, but somehow, yeah, I would think that they're adding it to the price.
Okay, well, that's important to find out, because I mean, I can't, you
But-
can't just do that and expect people to qualify.
No, but if that happens, then they have 7 days to back out the contract, right? And Dreamfinders is like, yo, you could back out the contract, it's all good because they're
They
gonna
got
sell it
buyers.
higher.
Yeah,
Right? So, but the horrible thing is that people are still waiting, right? My buyer went under contract last June. We're not even permitted yet, right? And so I called the permitting, they're waiting on Dreamfinders, right? I can't even get in contact with the rep from Dreamfinders. It's just a huge mess. So it's like, you don't find out the commodity increase until your home is permitted, it's foundation, not until the supplies show up at the lot.
and then
So that could be a year from now, right? And we don't even know what the prices are gonna be then.
so what are, so, well, like.
I don't know what the fucking question.
Yeah.
So like, you know,
What's the builder's attitude when you're on the phone? Just
oh,
sorry.
the builder's contract is we went over it, and you can't take them to court. They're covered. So honestly, their attitude is like, once you get the commodity increase, if you get a commodity increase, if you don't want it, you have 7 days to back out, and that's it. And we're gonna sell your property for even more.
Do you get your escrow or anything back?
Yeah, you get your escrow back.
Which
But-
location is this?
But that doesn't
Summerdale,
fix
like,
the-
no.
Yeah, I was saying, it doesn't fix the main problem, which is like, well, they're there, that's in Lake Nona area, right? So it's like, what's their option, right? If they back out of it, it's like, what if they back out for that, and what are they gonna get at this moment?
And it's a big ass highway.
Everything, even because Eagle Creek is right there, and Eagle Creek was much lower than it was last year than what it is now. So they're like, a lot of people are already freaking priced out.
Yeah, I've never seen this, and in the time that I've been in real estate, I've never seen a market like that where builders got this. But the thing is that also, I've never been in a market where the supplies were like this, that there were so many backups. We had the pandemic and all that stuff. This is just not normal. And builders tend to write those contracts very favorably towards themselves, right? Rose is building a house right now. I'm sure your contract's not as crazy as this one. No, I don't really know what to tell them besides, we could try to look for another option, like maybe there is another another
We
solution.
have, yeah, like, that's what I said. I'm just trying to be proactive. I went to go check out I think we should go check this community out. It's in St. Cloud, but it's literally 5 minutes away from Lake Nona. It's gonna be a master community. It's called Sunbridge, and they have about 6 different builders in there. And they're gonna have, it's for people who love like walking trails. They have a community garden. They're gonna have a school. They're gonna have a marina. Yeah, so it's huge. It's gonna be bigger than Lake Nona.
So what's the price point on that?
The price point, so I think the lowest that are starting right now is in the 500s. But it depends on the builder. They have David Weekley, Astor Homes, Pulte. They have Craft, which is been built by Dreamfinders.
Yeah.
don't go with them.
Dream
Yeah,
Finders.
and they have Toll Brothers. Of course, Toll Brothers are already at like 733 and above.
Okay, so you have the contact with them?
Yeah, I have it depends on what building we want to go. So I went to Pulte. Their floor plan is gorgeous, so maybe we can go check that out.
Okay.
There's a CDD.
Is there CDD? It's called an SDD, but yes, there is.
That's a what? It's called-
SDD. Instead of community is Sunbridge Community Development.
The marketing department
Yeah.
screwed that one up.
That's a little too cool, yeah.
I would have to check that. Hey, real quick, the SDD. I'm not feeling like it could be misconstrued.
Yeah.
People don't like CBDs in general.
Yeah.
You're gonna make it even worse.
Oh, and Del Webb. Del Webb is in there too. And Del Webb, oh my gosh, theirs is 55 and over. Beautiful freaking community. So maybe that's something that we can look into.
All right, so next week, I think will be a little. I mean, we could try to do it as soon as next week.
Mom and dad, can we
so-
try that?
Can we see the location?
Look into so see if next Tuesday or the Tuesday after.
Okay.
Let them know that we probably bring like about 20 people, 15 to 20 people, and that they would provide lunch for us.
We like free stuff.
Yeah. We got lunch, ask them if they'll provide lunch for us, and then we'll go over there and take a tour, do a bunch of videos.
Okay.
I like that. I'm actually interested in that community now that you mentioned it.
It's it's gonna be freaking huge.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of Lake Nona. So if this is
And
like,
it's literally 5 minutes away. So Summerdale, right, and Lake Nona to Sunbridge is literally 5 minutes.
that might be the new spot for
It
these.
is going to be.
Well,
Oh, they're
for
gonna
your
do-
guys though.
Oh, yeah, I know. But he really loves it. So I don't know what he's gonna do. But we'll.
Have you
cross that
pitched this
bridge.
to him yet?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
oh yeah. So he already knows the only thing is that he doesn't like is that the lots are like 50-foot lots, right? So they're not as big. He has a 70-foot lot in Lake Nona. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, they're gonna have condominiums too. They're gonna have restaurants. It's gonna be freaking huge.
I love.
Sunbridge.
I'm all about master plan communities. I don't want to go too far to do anything I want to do.
We're like 25 minutes from the beach to Space Coast and like the jobs for NASA and Tesla. So like that whole Space Coast bit well in between.
Any questions from the online crew?
I have a
Yeah.
question. I have a question.
Alright. Yeah, I can stop the share, I'm sure.
I have a question.
Yep, I got you. Go ahead.
All right, Annie, what was the area?
The address is 335
335.
Orange Cosmos Boulevard.
What is it?
335 Orange Cosmos Boulevard.
Orange Cosmos, COSMOS.
What's our percentage?
That's-
It
Orange.
does come furnished.
And it comes furnished.
Boulevard. Furnished? Oh,
Yeah.
snap. All right. I mean, I'll contact her. She'll probably be down to put in an offer as soon as possible. She's paying cash.
So this is off the market right now?
Yes.
Okay, for how long?
If I can find him something else, he has 2 properties that he's looking into, but his pre-approval is the issue. So he's working with Jocelyn to get.
I heard
that
about this
first
better than
one.
cash offer.
Well, Jocelyn knows about that.
So
It's-
so check this out. So Jordy, this is how you can get her off, like get her moving. Be like, hey, good news. I just found an off-market property. So as you know, people are competing all the time for these properties. I have an off-market property. One of my partners, my real estate team hasn't listed it yet. I'm gonna go show it to you. When do you have time available for me to go show this to you through FaceTime? Your favorite. And that's how you'll get her to make a move. You know what I mean? Like get her excited, say, hey, look, this is the kind of stuff like I'm obviously I've already sent you the stuff that's on the market, but this is the kind of stuff we can hop on because as you know, there's a ton of competition out there for these kind of properties. So anytime I find something like this, you're the first one I'm letting know. And that'll get her excited, Jordy. She'll make a move.
All right, I'm doing that right now. Thanks,
Jordy's
Bobby.
about to get himself a
He
600.
really is.
Yeah. Yeah. I need you to close a $600,000 deal, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
18,000 is a good commission, bro.
Yes, Davos can double in the deal.
Yeah. That's what we're looking to do at Davos.
Yeah.
Friends with
Annie, I'm gonna message you on Messenger just to get your number and then we'll be in contact.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Good stuff.
I did ask Jen Charisse for our Davos social this month, if we could like pair up with Celebration so we can meet some of their team.
Oh,
So
that's
we've
cool.
kind of done it with Home First where we've met some of their lenders, but I'll speak for myself personally. I just know Jen Charisse, so it would be cool if we can kind of meet their team too.
Yeah.
So she said she would extend the invite. So I'm working on that with her.
Yeah. Maybe there's an event that they're already doing that a lot of them will be there, but I mean, the thing is, it's a little bit different because like loan officers are working directly with you guys. The person that really works directly with you guys is Jen Charisse, and then you've got like Shannon, who's the processor, and all the people there. So maybe just kind of that whole chain, but yeah. Or we could do like a meet and greet here too, kind of thing. But social direct, okay, so this is big. Got a new position, guys. I just like to say it's a blessing. We have a new position. We got the new construction coordinator. New construction coordinator. As part of Davos team, Alexis Diaz, real strong.
I just love new construction, so.
No, we do too. And it's just like, because you guys are on the ground in the streets, you hear about more of these communities. So I
Can we
love
get
that.
plaques for our desk when we go to Davos office?
Plaques for your desk.
Yeah, so
Okay.
with Andy Gonzalez. social
Yes.
So
media.
where's Davos headed?
At the point,
Alexis Diaz.
at the point where
Why
you
can't we
guys,
get our office?
at the point where you guys get off in office, absolutely.
I'm already almost at 3 million.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
call Gil.
Please do.
He's the one who.
Put me on
said
three-way.
he said me to be- he said 3 million, I'll get you an office, okay?
Oh, he said that?
Yeah.
Oh, he said a lot.
I did that last year.
He says a lot of
I get an
things.
office.
He says a lot of things. But hey, but press him on everything he says, guys. And you should get everything he says in writing. You're like, oh, 3 million? What was it?
Oh, no, I have it in text. I have it in text.
That's it?
Actually, I have it even better. I have it in his voice. It was a voice text.
All
He'll
right.
say it's not him. Is that me? Is that really me? That's not me.
So, all right, so Davos team, well, for you guys that are on Zoom, you won't be able to see this. So this is, we're gonna be releasing this information to just the coaches and council tomorrow to show them where we bought the building. But if you guys want to see the building, I can show it to you right now.
Yes.
Let's step towards this window.
No way.
Dentist office.
Can somebody take us with you guys?
Yeah.